he was actually related to Robert Burns, but he didn't find out about his long lost uncle until he was in his 20s, because the family were so ashamed to be related to Burns because he was such a womanizer and a boozer, as they put it. So, you know, shifting moral zeitgeist. What do you think about Burns? Hero? Villain?
I wonder who the other people at his peer group were around about at the time.
Well, you got to think about that, you know. I mean, you don't drink on your own.
Nah, true,
Well, how would you get on with Robbie Burns, you think?
I think he was a wordsmith,
Uh-huh.
a lyrical genius. So, in his career, I think he's very much, he's notable throughout the world forevermore, to be honest.
Would you enjoy the drink with Robbie?
Aye.
I think he was alright now. He'd be into Scottish hip hop. He'd be a
That's a good point, actually.
I've no doubt about that, aye. Because what he was doing there was, wasn't the rules, it wasn't English poetry, it wasn't sonnets or anything like this, it was battering out, do you know what I mean? He wasn't minding the language, he was using the language.
Yeah.
He wasn't minding English when he was writing, he was using Scottish, and that's exactly what I think the Scottish hip hop scene's made up of, no?
Yeah.
And I think, I'd like to know the physicality of the man. He's a fan. Now, I've spent time down in there, sir. I know Ochiltree, and I know Mauchline and Turnock. I know these villages quite well. He kicked about Mauchline. There's no many wee people down there. They're all big bruisers, because they're all farmers and they're all working at that kind of game.
Okay.
So I wondered about the physicality of the man.
Yeah.
And then you get poets coming out of that as well. You know what I mean? I've always kind of thought that side of the guy. What is he doing that side of a man and putting poetry at the truth? And reading and writing, did everybody read and write back then?
Well, we did come from class, so he had, you know, formal education. But we didn't have formal education in Scotland in that year, you know, in the late 18th century. You know, so there was, you know, literacy was, you know, for the few. I mean, obviously there was folklore, folk traditions, of which many he brought into his own corpus of work. Your Jacobites by Name, for example, comes from the Borders, you know, and it speaks of just letting the violence of the rebellion subside and settle a bit, stop killing people, sort of thing, you know. Michael Jackson and David Guest actually wrote a musical about Burns, and it sat on a shelf for over 20 years, and it managed to become reanimated in Scotland in January of 2015, and it went on to stage in Edinburgh. Did any of you see it, know about it?
No, I don't even know about that.
Yeah, I mean that's quite a big one, isn't it? You know, two massive names.
Aye, it's crazy for them.
Yeah, and it's not just that it went on stage
Wow.
I mean, it's not just that it went on stage in Edinburgh. It actually went to Broadway in 2016.
What's it called?
Do you know? I don't have the name of it, but Robbie Burns is the protagonist. He's the lead character of this musical. So I picked up on lots of sort of random facts about Robbie Burns, and I just think it's quite interesting that we've got all of this kind of stuff, but most of us probably don't know. It's really kind of the first thing.
Musical, but my love is like a red, red rose. We're going to any musical, wouldn't honestly, it's the only Burns thing I know. I play it badly on a guitar, and I sing it even worse.
Should have brought your guitar with you.
No.
So in 2005, he also became the first person to ever have their face on. It was on a commemorative bottle of Coca-Cola. So the first ever person to have their face in a bottle of Coca-Cola was Robbie, and that was for his 250th birthday. So 250 years since 1755. So in 2005, Coca-Cola.
I am really like that.
We'll come to the Iron Brew in a wee minute. So, okay, so we've had a wee sort of insight there. But anybody got anything they need to add about Robbie before we shift on to the next poem? Okay, right. So
I've got millions of things in mind. Does that mean I can't?
We'll pick them up just after. What we've got, we've got one of our own team, Craig Sheridan, who has quite kindly done a brilliant recital of New Year's Day, which he's going to introduce and explain. So, Kevin, when you're ready, could you play New Year's Day, please?
Hello virtual people on the interwebs, good evening and a happy Burns night to you all. Thanks for tuning in to Independence Live, glad you all could join us, and I'd like to join the party here for Burns night. My name's Craig. So let us, the important, now employ and live like those who never die. Thank you, and Slanjiva, happy Burns night.
You want Aberdeen Angus or do you want the haggis ones? Aberdeen Angus for the lady at the back. Sorry, Ronnie.
Thank you very much.
Haggis. There you go. Haggis crisps, anybody? Haggis at the front. There's one more. Is there a hand up at the back there? Yeah. There you go. Perfect. Well caught. Right, so let's get a wee drum poured out.
There we are.
Don't mind if I do it myself, just have a wee one because, you know, it's a school night. Just a wee bit for me, that's fine for me. That's fine, yep. Thanks very much. Does anybody want some Ivan brew?
David, I want a
Just be
big
careful
one.
your microphone.
A big one.
Alright, that
I
microphone.
want a big one, big whiskey.
You want a big whiskey?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Right, let's get a big whiskey for Kev.
No, one is sitting over here.
Right, we need to address these haggises first, okay?
I'll address the haggis.
No, we've got a poem.
Yeah, I'll address it.
Hey, after me up.
That's yours, thank you.
Right.
We just
We're meant to address the haggis first, aren't we?
Sorry.
We've got friends that can address the haggis. Is anybody wanting some Iron Brew? Before Iron Brew disappears, because...
It's monumental.
Pass it back.
It's a real one.
Okay.
It's a real one.
Does anybody else want to brew there? Right. So...
Aye.
Take a smell of it.
Absolutely, man. Take a spell.
I'll not be greedy, I'll share it with you, Max.
Aye,
But
sure.
the two is the driving.
Have you poured me one?
Yeah.
That's good.
But
It's
you
one
like-
more for Kevin.
Kevin's go.
Kevin, that's quite a large whiskey for you, Kevin.
Apple.
Brilliant.
Thank you, bye.
And
One.
Bill.
Spongy bag.
Oh,
Spongy bag.
Lunch. Lunch. Lunch.
sponge.
David. Lunch.
That's good.
You want a sniff?
Last year.
This is light and delicate with a warming honey finish. So tonight's episode is sponsored by Jura 10 year. Okay, that's a wee word from our sponsors. Thanks very much for that.
Good morning.
We're also on the table here. We've got a Simon Howie original haggis, and I think that brings us to this ridiculous unionist conspiracy that we've all been suffering from. Which can you enlighten us as to what they're saying about haggis, Kelly?
Yeah, in like my history magazine.
You actually put this in a history magazine.
Yeah, they were saying that. Yeah, no. They were saying that haggis may have came from the Vikings.
Okay, then what evidence did they provide for? Was it like some ancient tapestry with like a haggis in it or something like that?
What was the recipe?
Ah, interesting. Okay.
I wish I brought it.
Okay.
I think I came across that. It says,
Yep.
once you invade Scotland,
Uh-huh.
catch your haggis. Then they said,
Well, the thing is, right, if we're to accept that Viking peoples had the recipe for haggis and that's how haggis became the dish that we've got in Scotland today. Viking people are Scottish because Scotland is a nation of all the different peoples who've come and settled here. We're not one single group of people.
No.
There is, I mean, regardless of the Scotty or whatever you might read in ancient literature, there's no one group of people who are the Scottish. And Scotland didn't come about until the 9th century. It's just a few centuries after that for it to really become, the country that we can talk about today as Scotland. And that goes for England as well. England was basically 3 nations up until the medieval times.
no, Vikings came in 800.
I mean,
That's when the Vikings came up the Clyde,
So
actually up the north, came up the Clyde, 806 or something like that.
yeah, absolutely. And so that's a perfectly valid component of Scottish culture. The same way as haggis pakora has become a perfectly valid component of Scottish culture. I mean, you can't attribute it to anyone else. There's actually quite an interesting fact about pakora. I can't remember the full details, but it's just one of these things. It came from a very, one village or a group of villages in Pakistan, somewhere in the Punjab, where it's like between Pakistan and India. That's the Punjab region, isn't it? It was up there. And somebody, we're going to address the haggis first. Somebody was, visiting Pakistan, and it was Eid. So that Ramadan, and then on Eid, normally Muslims will break the fast using dates. That's quite traditional. But in this particular region, they used this. Basically, it was pakora, and that was just unique to that area. And that person said to themselves, "Do you know what? I can take this back to Glasgow." And from Glasgow, pakora has gone on to dominate.
Are you kidding?
No, absolutely not.
What you saying then?
Absolutely not. So pakora specifically comes from one little place in Pakistan. It came to Glasgow, and then it just went from Glasgow into the fast foods culture. So not only did we invent chicken tikka masala in Glasgow, but the pakora comes to Glasgow, and obviously the natural evolution of that is haggis pakora. which is brilliant.
And then of course soak it in whiskey.
Right, I don't think we should go any further until we get this addressed to the haggis, and then that means we can actually start eating this stuff. So can we just go for address the haggis just now, Kev? That means we can all eat.
G51.
Is that okay, Kev? Can you do that? Sorry, I know it's a different order for the order I gave you. Okay, Kev's going to get that sorted out. So yeah, this is the Mrs. Uni's. So tonight's episode is sponsored by Mrs. Uni's Haggis Pakora. and Jura 10 year, and Edinburgh.
The real one.
Fair for your honest son's face, great chieftain o' the puddin' race, aboon the ma ye tak your place, pinch, tripe, or theorem, weel are ye worthy o' grace as lang's my earm. The groaning trencher, there ye fill, your hurdies like a distant hill, your peen would help to mend a mill in time o' need, while through your pores the dews distill like amber bead. His knife, see rustic, labour dight, and cut ye up wi' ready slight, trenching your gushing entrails bright like ony ditch, and then, oh, what a glorious sight! Warm, reeking, rich. Then horn for horn they stretch and strive, deal tak the hindmaist on they drive, till a' their wheels swart kites belive are bent like drums, and all the good man maist like to rive, bethank it hums. Is there that ower his French ragout, or olio that would stow a sou, or fricassee would mak her spew with perfect scunner, looks doon with sneering scornfu view on sic a dinner. Poor devil, see him ower his trash, as feckless as a withered rash, his spindle shank a ged whiplash, his nieve a nit, through bloody flood or field to dash. Oh, how unfit! Yet mark the rustic, haggis fed, the trembling earth resounds his tread, yet clap in his wally nieve of blade, he'll mak it whistle, and legs and arms and heads wad sned, like taps o' thistle. Ye poors, wha mak mankind your care, and dish them out their bill o' fare, old Scotland wants nae skinking ware that jops in luggies. But if ye wish her grateful prayer, gie her a haggis.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This is in his haggis book, or I could maybe if you could push that out, that would be ideal. I don't know if you like one of these vegetable ones.
Oh, I think it must be the haggis.
Right, okay.
They're perfectly shaped. Oh, thank you.
Oh,
No, that looks fine.
well, let's take a haggis one just for the
Oh, it's beautiful.
Some sauce.
for tradition. A bit of the chilli sauce. Imagine Robbie had actually grown up in Jamaica and become a successful poet there. Kind of songs I could be singing now.
And be singing No Woman, No Cry. Things like that, wouldn't it? Pass the Dutchie from the left hand side.
We'd be comparing them to Harvey Weinstein. I think that was a fair comparison.
What happened to him was his kid had a pal, his name was Bonnie Bun, and they filmed the bonfire. Bonfire night.
Ouch.
And we all, for ages used to say, Wally Bun spelling it fire. Wally Bun.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers.
Do you think it was fair to compare him to Harvey Weinstein?
Probably no, I don't know. Well, the woman chasing Robbie as much as Robbie was chasing
I've got a part of him down here now. I think the woman were after Robbie. I don't think he looked that way, you know.
Well, I don't know, I see I used to run a big company. And I was better looking than they did.
You were a bit of a womaniser in your day,
Well, I
weren't you?
wasn't a womaniser. The woman and you were a bit manisers. Well, like that.
You want a bit? Kevin?
Okay. Kevin, you come up for a top up. Right. Kevin, there's no hiding here. There's no hiding for this. Come on. you want a large one? Just medium to large. Medium to large, what that sounds. Right.
That's not
Both everybody at home is up my right arm and a wee whiskey as well.
The haggis
There we go.
is wonderful.
Fantastic.
Oh,
I have no look you, Kevin. I'm spending you going to an alcohol.
look at the haggis.
Is this the up?
You've eaten half the buffet.
Right, okay. So, maybe what we can do at this point, just to bring us back to where we were, is, Rob, you've got your own poem,
Yes.
which is the Butcher's Apprentices.
Aye, this is a... Now, see when I wrote this
Yeah.
poem, darling, I didn't mean it, I was writing songs for a rock band. I was writing lyrics. And this poem came out and I've never really written a poem before, meaningly. I never say I'm going to write a poem. And this wee thing started coming out, I thought, oh that's so creepy. And it wasn't a song. And it didn't happen, because I'm playing a guitar and trying to do this other stuff. And it was a wee left wing, this thing came into my head. And the first sentence is dated, I'll get on with it right here, this. I also call it What's We Do in Front of the Wains. Its official name is The Butcher's Apprentices. So, as the big board trotted in, the butcher, he did say, I'll save your share till later. As the farmer turned away, I'll keep the children out, said Mum. If you're going to kill the pig, the baby's very tiny, and the others aren't that big. Ah, never too young to learn, he retorted on his wife. Sometimes raw brutality is just a part of this life. So later on that afternoon, he took the big pig's life. All the children oohed and ahed at the sharpness of his knife. Then at that his wife came in, covering the children's eyes. Too late, too late, too late, too late. He's boning out his eyes. She skilled and scorned and nagged at him as she shooed the children out. He chopped and sliced on regardless, trotters, ears and snout. After quite a fight that night, they retired to separate rooms. Both exhausted, black, dark sleep, their beds, their comfy tombs. Then, when dawning light brought morning on, they both arose to find babies' quarters, flanks and hocks, hooked, hanging on the line. The butcher's boys had learned well, masters of their art. Their little baby sister, she hung in 14 parts. She never felt a thing, they were sure. This knife was quite a slice. Her juglet's toes, ears, fingers, toes, lay coolly, placed on ice. Playing Daddy's game was her idea. She even cried to be the pig. We were only trying to keep her happy, and we get fed up playing tag. What did we do in front of the game?
Absolutely, absolutely. That's fantastic. So you weren't actually setting out to write a poem?
No, and see when I'd written the half of it, one of my daughters came to visit for dinner and I said to her, listen to this. And she says, Dad, that's gruesome, you can't do that. And I said, going to name some baby parts that we can have cut off later on. She was like, ah, Dad, don't. And she went, okay, fingers, nose, toes, and feet. So that's how my lassies had done the worst bit of the fingers, not all lying on ice. I sent it away to a poetry competition.
Okay.
And they sent back saying yag. Yag. So I got up and I said yag.
Okay.
And that was horrible enough to get published, but oh well.
Okay, well thanks for your contribution, that's fantastic. Okay. Just another wee fact about Robbie. There are more statues of Robert Burns, in the world than any other non-religious figure after Queen Victoria and Christopher Columbus.
Huh?
So after that there are more Robbie Burns statues than anybody
I've
else.
seen the New Zealand one.
Uh-huh.
Down in Dunedin there's one down there as well.
Right, okay.
And the other statue you were talking about there, the new Christopher Columbus, the teenage covered in pink yesterday.
Really?
One in the American States.
Okay.
This is Independence Day coming into it. And the Native Americans don't call it Independence Day. It was the day they came, you know, they got slaughtered and the country was taken after them.
Okay.
So I hear that one of the Christopher Columbus statues, I'm not sure what state it, I think there's 4 or 5 of them in America. One of them was covered in paint during the night last night.
Right.
And I think they had in the bottom coloniser or something like that, they put at the bottom there.
I mean, that's quite good because, I mean, you've got Christopher
It
Columbus.
was actually Melbourne.
Sorry.
It was in Melbourne.
In Australia.
It wasn't an American one, it was Melbourne.
Yeah.
The face, the statue of Christopher Columbus.
Yeah. I mean, was he Spanish or Portuguese?
He was Portuguese and he was a monster.
Yeah.
Aye.
And so for Portugal, they've got Christopher Columbus, the English have got Queen Victoria. So it's quite nice to know that we've got Rabbie,
Aye.
you know.
So
He was potentially a bit of a womaniser, but, you know, the women, we need that, you know, that kind of character in the local community.
It amazes me again the strength of Burns yet, considering he lived that long ago. And he lived in a time that wasn't modern, if you know what I mean. It wasn't cars and, you know what I mean, it wasn't that, it was before that. So there's very few characters come from that far back who are no mythologised. We're getting the truth on Burns, we kind of can stand on the information we've got on.
Most of it's written, you know.
That always fascinates me because who else is of the 1750 he was born, 1755 or so?
5.
Who else do we know for the dates?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're that well catalogued.
Yeah.
So that's what's always grabbed me about Burns. I've never been a great fan, but I think Scott has taken for granted.
Yeah.
But it's like a wee bit
Same
older.
with Byron, Lord Byron.
Was Byron at that time as well?
And there's a statue in the middle of Central Park, New York City, of Burns. He's holding the poem Mary.
Wow.
And that, so, you know, absolutely slap bang in the absolute centre of Manhattan, you know. A very, very prominent figure, you know, has influenced Abraham Lincoln. I don't have notes on everything, it was just too much, but, you know, his influence was just beyond anything. Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do, we'll move on to, we'll get Forbes Walker again, and this time he's going to be reciting Wee Wally's Prayer. Okay, so...
That's not rainy, is it?
That's a good one, actually. Yeah, Wee Wally's Prayer, I mean, this actually, it doesn't, in the context of the time, you know, bruising and having a good laugh actually came with a great deal of guilt as well, you know, and you know, popular ideas that, you know, punishment in the afterlife or denial of service, if you like, on passing. And so Wee Wally's Prayer is a sort of, you know, don't be too harsh on me here, you know. So, Kevin, are you okay to play Wee Wally's Prayer?
O thou wha in the heavens dost dwell, wha, as it pleases best thysel, sends into heaven and ten to hell, all for thy glory, and no for ony good or ill they've done afore thee. I bless and praise thy matchless might, when thousands thou hast left in night, that I am here afore thy sight for gifts and grace, a burning and a shining light to all this place. What was I, or my generation, that I should get sick exaltation, I who deserved maist just damnation for broken laws, 6,000 years fore my creation, through Adam's cause. When frae my mother's womb I fell, thou micht hae plunged me deep in hell, to gnash my gooms and weep and wail in burning lake, where damned devils roar and yell, chained to a stake. Yet I am here, a chosen sample, to show thy grace is great and ample. I'm here a pillar o' thy temple, strong as a rock, a guide, a buckler and example to all thy flock. But Lord, thou kens what zeal I bear, when drinkers drink and swearers swear, and singing here and dancing there wi' great and small, though I am kept through thy fear, free frae them all. But Lord, confess I must, that whiles I'm fashed wi' fleshly lust, aye, and sometimes too in worldly trust, vile self gets in. But thou remembers we are dust, defiled by sin. O Lord, yestreen, thou kens, we meg, thy pardon I sincerely beg. O Lord, ne'er let it be a living plague to my dishonour, and I'll ne'er lift a lawless leg again upon her. Besides, a farther moan allow, wi' Lizzie's lass. 3 times I trow, but Lord, that Friday I was fou when I come near her, or else thou kens, thy servant true would never steer her. Maybe thou let's this fleshly thorn buffet thy servant e'en and morn, lest he our proud and high should turn, as he say gifted. If say thy hand maun e'en be born until thou lift it. Lord, bless thy chosen in this place, for here thou has a chosen race, and Lord, confound their stubborn face, and blast their name, that brings thy elders to disgrace and open shame. Lord, mind Gavin Hamilton's deserts. He drinks and swears and plays at cairts, and though for a' has taken airts wi' great and small, for God's ain priest of people's hearts he steals them all, and when we chastened him therefore, Lord, thou kens how he bred sick a splore, and set the while in a roar all laughing at us. Curse thou his basket and his store, kale and potatoes. Lord, hear my earnest crying prayer against that presbytery o' air. Thy strong right hand, Lord, mak it bear upon their heads, and visit them, and dinna spare for their misdeeds. Lord my God, that glib-tongued Aiken, my very heart and flesh are quaking to think how we stood sweet and shaken and pished with dread, while he, wi' hanging lip and sneaking, held up his head. Lord, in thy day of vengeance try them, and visit them that would employ them, and pass not in thy mercy by them, nor hear their prayer, but for thy people's sake destroy them, and dinna spare. But Lord, remember me and mine, wi' mercies temporal and divine, that I for grace and gear may shine, excelled by none, and all the glory shall be thine. Amen. Amen.
There is a parallel there with Willie Rennie, there, Ronnie. He's trying to blame others.
Always does.
Aye, when he was sticking everybody in there.
Oh dear, did you hear him in the Parliament? Was it? That was today, this afternoon, no?
Aye.
Well, I didn't, I just wondered if anybody else did.
Yes, he called Nicola a liar,
That's right, yeah.
and Mr. Heehaw allowed him.
Mr. Speaker, was it?
Yes,
Yeah.
I well, he allowed him to get out of it, and then did a wee bit of chastisement, but included Nicola Sturgeon in the remarks as well.
Right, so,
Is
okay.
that wee Wally Rennie you're talking about there?
Wee Willie Rennie, aye.
Look at it, serious, that wee
Aye, the wee man at easy
He's
indigestion.
mental, isn't he?
Keesh indigestion.
He's mental, isn't he?
Okay, right. I think just given the time pressure at the moment, we're going to just jump over to Tam O'Shanter Part 2, because it's the second part of this almost epic poem, so it takes a few minutes. We'll play that, and then we'll say goodnight, and then everybody else back at home can get on with the drums and whatever haggis you've got in. Okay, so are you alright to play Tam O'Shanter Part 2 there, Kevin?
Working on it.
It's a horror story, Tam O'Shanter, eh?
Well,
Wheel mounted on his grey mare Meg, better never lifted leg. Tam skelpit on through dub and mire, despising wind and rain and fire, whiles hodding on his good blue bonnet, whiles crooning on some old Scots sonnet, whiles glowering round with prudent cares, lest bogles catch him unawares. Kirkalloway draws ever nigh, whore ghasts and hoolits nightly cry. By this time he was crossed the ford, or in the snaw the chapman smoored, and past the birks and meikle stain, or drunken Charlie Brack's neck bane, and through the winds and by the cairn, or hunters fanned the murdered bairn, and at the thorn aboon the well, or Mungo's mother hanged hersel. Before him doon pours all her floods, the doubling storm roars through the woods, the lightnings flash from pole to pole, near and yet nearer the thunders roll, till, gleaming through the groaning trees, Kirkalloway seemed in a blaze. Through ilka bore the beams were glancing, loud resounded mirth and dancing. Inspiring bold John Barleycorn, what dangers canst thou mak us scorn? Wi' Tippany, we fear nae evil, wi' Uskaby we'll face the devil. The swat sae reamed in Tommy's noddle, fair play! He caredna deals a bodle, but Maggie stood sae fair astonished, till by the heel and hand admonished, she ventured forward on the light, and wow! Tam saw an unca sight. Witches and warlocks in a dance, nae cotillion Brent knew fae France, but hornpipes, jigs, struts, spaes and reels, put life and metal in their heels. A winnock bunker in the east sat auld Nick in shape o' beast, a dowsy tyke, black, grim and large, to gie them music was his charge. He screwed the pipes and gart them skirl, till roof and rafters all did dirl. Coffins stood round like open presses, and shawed the deed in their last dresses, and by some devilish cantrip sleight, each in its called hand held a light, by which heroic Tam was able to note upon the haly table a murderer's banes and gibbet airns, twa span lang, wee unchristened bairns, a thief new cutted for the rape, wi' his last gasp his gab did gape. 5 tomahawks wi' blood red rusted, 5 scimitars wi' murder crusted, a garter which a babe had strangled, a knife a feather's throat had mangled. By his ain son his life bereft, the grey hairs yet stuck to the heft, wi' mair sae terrible and awful, just the name would be unlawful. 3 lawyers' tongues turned inside out, while eyes seamed like a beggar's clout. 3 priests' hearts rotten, black as muck, lay stinking, vile in every nook. Tammy stood amazed and curious, a mirth and fun grew fast and furious, the piper loud and louder blew, the dancers quick and quicker flew. They reeled, they crossed, they swat and a reeked, till all the carl and swat and a reeked, and goosed her duddies to the wark, and linked at it in her sark. Oh, Tammy, hadst they been but queens, all plumb by and strapping in their teens, instead o' creasy flannin, being snow white 1700 linen, their breaks o' mine, my only pair, I would have given them half my days for a blank. Oh, they bonny birdies, withered beldams, old and droll, rig-weedy hags would spin a foal, all louping and flinging on a crummock. I wonder didn't it turn thy stomach? But Tam kent what was what, fu brawly. There was when some wench and Wally that nicht enlisted in the core, lang after kenned on Carrick shore. For many a beastie did she shot, and perished mony's a bonny boat, and shake baith meikle corn and beer, and kicked the countryside in fear. Her cut his sark o' paisley harn, that whiles a lassie she had worn, o' longitude Though sorely scanty, it was her best, and she was vaunty. Oh, little kenned I, reverend granny, the sark thou cowed for thy wee nanny, with 12 pound Scots. 'Twas a' her riches, would ever graced a dance o' witches. But here my muse her wing on cowers, it flicked sae far beyond her power to sing, how nanny, lap and flang. A simple judge she was and strang, and who damn stood like he bewitched. He thought his very een enriched, even Satan glowered and fidged fu fain, and hoached and blew wi' micht and main. First day keeper, sign another, damn, didn't reason altogether, and roars out, well done, Goody Sark. And in an instant, all was dark. Scarcely had he Maggie rallied when out the hellish legion sallied, as bees bezoot wi' angry fyke, when plundering herds assail their bike, or eager runs a market crowd when catch the thief resounds so loud, or open pussy's mortal foes when pop she starts afore their nose. So Maggie runs, the witches follow wi' monies and eldritch scrag and hollow. O Tam, thou get thy faring, in hell they'll roast you like a herring, in vain thy Kate awaits thy coming. Kate soon will be a woeful woman. So do thy speedy utmost, Megan, win the keystane o' the brig, there at them thy tail thy toss, a running stream the darna cross. But ere the keystane she could make, and fent her tail she had to shake, for nanny far afore the rest hard upon noble Maggie pressed, and flew at Tam with furious ettle. Little wist she Maggie's mettle, he sprang brung off her master hail, but left to hunt her ain grey tail. The carlin clocked her by the rump, and left puir Maggie scarce a stump. Now where this tale o' truth shall read, ilk man and mither's son tak heed. Whene'er to drink you are inclined, or Cutty Sarks run in thy mind, think ye may buy the joys our dear. Remember, Tam O'Shanter's mare.
Forbes Walker is of course available for weddings and bar mitzvahs. Just give us a wee shout. I think it's for Dundee. Alright.
Fantastic.
Man from Dundee, must know everybody in Dundee. That's right. Got the thumbs up there. Hoolet. That's a brilliant word, isn't it?
Aye.
Do you know what hoolet is?
Is that party?
Scots.
Oh, really?
No, hoolet.
Ah, right.
Hoolet is owl.
Is that?
So it's the sound of an owl.
Actually, yeah, that's
So
not
the Scots word for an owl,
Aye.
owl in English, hoolet.
Down in Ayrshire they use hoolie as a party.
Having a hoolie.
Having a hoolie, yeah.
Having, you know,
Aye.
a good party, getting the tunes on, several hours of hard trance.
That was wonderful. I've heard Tam O'Shanter in schools. My kids recited a bit about the devil playing the bagpipes. But all the other kids in school, it's that long, and they all had wee bits in it. But that's the best recital after Gentleman Grab Me.
Yeah, okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll actually put this one out. We'll put it on like a Facebook video, you know, Brandon Independence Live. So fantastic. Okay, I think what we'll do just now is we'll just thank everybody that's been involved tonight. So I'll mention the crowdfunder first. The crowdfund is going again. It's that time of year. We've got 2 weeks to go, I think. If you can go to tvl.ink.crowdfunder, is that right? It's dot crowdfunder or / sorry, I'll do that again. tvl.ink/crowdfunder. You can find out on independencelive.net. Just go to the main website and click donate. We're looking for, I think, £6,000. Just read the proposal. Make sure you share that proposal with everybody else that you know. Make sure everybody knows that they can donate to the new alternative Scottish media, because we really do need our own voice. We can't be a slave to the mainstream media agenda any longer. Not good for us. Okay, so I'd like to thank Mickey and Al and who've been helping Kevin and the production team. Well done, everyone here. Our studio manager, Ronnie from Wings Over Scotland. Thanks very much for managing the studio. I'd like to thank our studio audience. The studio audience have been absolutely wonderful. Thanks for eating all the haggis and drinking all the whiskey. That was brilliant of you.
Thanks for the haggis and whiskey.
I'd like to thank everybody at home that joined us. It was great. We really appreciate the fact that you actually watch us. We're sorry that we were a wee bit late, but we were fighting against the gremlins as always, but we pulled through for you. Okay, I'm David McGowan, it's been Robert Fullerton.
Thank you.
This is IndependenceLive.net.